Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital and welcome to yet another video. Of course, your daily morning update on XRP. We are going to do a full update. We'll talk a little bit about yesterday. Yesterday, ultimately, we pulled back a little deeper than I would have liked and a little bit of deeper than I would have expected because we got some bad news, right? And if you watch my middle of the day market update yesterday, you're already informed on what happened. We'll spend a little bit of time talking about that. We also have a lot of economic data coming out today, so make sure to tune in to my live stream if you're interested in that. I will be live streaming that when it happens. So that's at 1:30 UTC, but you can also just go to myfxbook.com and you can check out the time zone for yourself. But that's going to be important, right? That's going to be important for the financial markets, and therefore it's also going to be important for our beloved crypto markets. So be aware of that. But yesterday, like I said, and if you missed my video, what we got and what is also what pushed XRP down lower, which ultimately we found support at the yearly rolling VWAP again. We found support at the monthly point of control. So if you compare XRP to a lot of other altcoins right now, we've actually been able to hold relatively well. I just thought we would be able to reclaim 2.41 and hold that as support, but that was a little bit too much to ask. And then, maybe we would have been able to hold that because XRP is actually quite strong right now relative to the markets if we did not get the bad news, but we did get the bad news. Okay, so that's why we pushed down lower into that monthly point of control. I can also show you on the lower time frames, and you'll see that it's actually not that bad what XRP did. XRP just dropped down all the way to fill most of the imbalances we had to the downside. It did not even drop down to the naked point of control. We found support at the yearly rolling VWAP. We reclaimed the 7-day rolling VWAP. We reclaimed the 90-day rolling VWAP with momentum. So ultimately, technically, this is actually quite bullish. Okay, nothing wrong with that. It's just that, and we actually have some bullish fundamentals as well, of course, with the XRP ETFs coming very, very soon, of course. So then we have an XRP that's technically quite strong. There's actually quite a lot of momentum coming into the price as well. We have fundamental reasons to believe XRP can rally higher as well. So now the question is okay, are the fundamentals, or is the news that we're going to get in today, the data, is that going to be bearish enough to spoil the fun? And that is something I cannot predict. I mean, I cannot predict after a huge government shutdown. I cannot predict what the inflation rate is going to be. Nor can I predict whether there's going to be liquidity problems again. So that very much is something we'll have to wait for. But assuming that they're going to be as expected, and assuming that they're going to be, not horrendous, like if the inflation rate remains stable, that's not the end of the world. We don't necessarily need good news, because XRP on its own, with the news that we already have, that we already know about, and that's as good as true, and the technical price action we've seen, I think XRP can rally up higher. Such a strong high volume breakout above a strong resistance level like 2.41, that means something. I think the XRP ETFs mean something, and I might be a little bit contrarian in that. I mean, a lot of people are saying, oh, those XRP ETFs are fully priced in. I slightly disagree. And then I think the momentum that we've seen overnight compared to the market momentum, I think that is, I think that's proof. So I think we can get a strong reaction. We do have an imbalance right there at 2.41, of course, that we left overnight, but I do think we'll be able to hold that as support, and that we'll be able to get towards that main resistance level at 2.65, I should say, and 2.7, as long as we don't get horrendously, horribly bad data. But that is something I'll keep you updated on. For now, those are my thoughts on XRP. That's what I think you need to be prepared for. So thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you all in my next videos. Hopefully I'm right. There's a potential trade set up to make right here for XRP as well, if you want to take a risk by longing that area at like 2.44 and then having a little bit of a wider stop loss at like 2.35. That is a possibility. I mean, it's not a call, but it's been something I've been looking at. So I thought, why not share that? But those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching, everybody. Take care and bye.